Hey guys, Tim here. I have officially run out of video ideas. I've hit a creative slump, so if you guys want to go down into the comments and give me some video ideas, literally anything, okay? I don't care if it has anything to do with video games or not. Just let me know. I will read every single comment. I am desperate to get some ideas. But for now, I'm gonna give you another ranking video because, again, they're really fun and I enjoy making these. There are 14 perks and we're only doing Treyarch. You guys know the drill. Also, on Twitter, I announced the winner of the giveaway. So if for some reason you don't believe that I gave away the $60, you can go over there and check for yourself. It's 100% there. I'm not a scammer. I'm not a douchebag. And if you head over there, you may as well go follow me because I post some pretty cool shit sometimes and you will enjoy it. Also, I just want to reiterate the fact that I am not going to be doing only Call of Duty and only zombies on this channel. I want this channel to be more of a personality thing, so you come here and you enjoy me and you enjoy the things that I enjoy, mainly Call of Duty, but don't be surprised when I upload some other stuff. So enough of that, let's hop into number 14. The worst perk in zombies, hands down, it's got to be Who's Who from Die Rise. This perk is bad in pretty much every way fathomable. You shell out $2 grand to get this thing, cool. It's like quick revive, right? Except when you go down, you don't automatically get revived. You have to actually get up on your own and try to revive yourself with the starting pistol. Let's be honest, what are the odds of you reviving yourself with a starting pistol as your protection anywhere past round 5? Pretty slim, and if I'm not mistaken, it also happens to be on one of the worst maps ever. I know I've already angered a lot of people. Some people actually like this perk, and to those people I ask you, just why? It does everything that Quick Revive does, but much worse. If you're a beast at zombies, you can find a way to get around the horde and revive yourself. It's not the most difficult thing in the world, but it's beyond annoying, it's not worth 2,000 points, and it is the worst perk. Number 13, we have Tombstone, which isn't really great either. In fact, it's pretty bad, but it's not as bad as Who's Who. So you buy this perk along with 3 others. You go down and you activate Tombstone, which allows you to basically bleed out. It's really beneficial for bad players. Who's Who is actually a lot more beneficial for the better players, but more people play casually than not. But anyways, you downed, you had Tombstone, so it's okay. Now you're just spectating. Well, let's say your friend that's playing with you doesn't actually live. Let's say he dies because there are too many zombies left for him to handle. You've effectively ended the game because your friend couldn't handle the mess that you left for him. This perk gives you an incentive to die, which isn't good. It's also very redundant because instead of wasting that perk slot with Tombstone, why don't you just scrap it and replace it with something that'll prevent you from dying in the first place, like Stamin-up. So no, it's not a good perk, but it does have its very few scenarios where it works out and everybody has a great day. Also, what's pretty cool is if you play Town with friends, there is a 6 perk glitch which allows you to have all the perks in the map. So if you can have Tombstone along with everything else, I mean, why not? But to pick this perk over anything else that would benefit you is a stupid decision. All right, now we're getting into the perks that actually help you. And at number 12, we have Double Tap 1, which increases your fire rate by like 50% or so. Very simple, increases your fire rate. For some guns, it's actually pretty annoying, the ones that already have a fast fire rate, and for others it's really helpful, like the HK21, super powerful, but it has a very slow fire rate. But with Double Tap 1, it makes the gun a lot better in my opinion, so it is helpful, but it's not a great perk. Number 11, Deadshot Daiquiri, cheaper than most perks and also is pretty helpful. It's a headshot perk. It aims your sights right at the zombies' heads. For bullet weapons, awesome. For wonder weapons, useless. Deadshot Daiquiri is like the kid that gets cut from the varsity team that isn't really bad, but he just didn't make it. Like, you know, a perfect example, Mob of the Dead, right? You have 5 perks. I always get Electric Cherry, Speed Cola, Jug, and Double Tap. And then there's Deadshot sitting in the corner over there. You're like, I would love to have you on the team, dude, but like, you're just not that amazing. You're not bad, but like, sorry. Poor Deadshot Daiquiri. So it's actually a pretty helpful perk, but it just doesn't crack a top 10. Number 10, Mule Kick, the perk that costs almost as much as Pack-a-Punch, which allows you to get a 3rd weapon. In most scenarios, you get your 3rd weapon, you have a big arsenal of power, and then you just go off and you enjoy the rest of your game. But in a few instances, I invest a fuck ton of points in my 3rd weapon, and then I down in some bullshit way, and then I lose all of that time and points, and then I'm tempted to just throw my remote out the window and start screaming. Like, how much do you think you would actually, let's do the math. Okay, you spend 4 grand for Mule Kick. Let's say you go to the box. Let's say you spin it 3 times. Let's say like 3,000 points to get your gun. That's just a weird average. So you're at like 7K. Let's say you upgrade it. Now you're at 12K. Maybe double Pack-a-Punch it like once or twice. We'll say you're at like 10,000 points-ish. And then you go down. Not to mention, having 3 weapons isn't as good as a lot of other perks. Especially on Black Ops 3 where you have double Pack pack-a-punch and you really only need one gun. There are a lot of instances where this perk can help you out, and then there are also a lot that can really screw you over, so I think it's pretty average. Speaking of average, number 9, Electric Cherry. It is a really helpful perk. Doesn't do anything wrong at all, but it's not incredible. Every time you reload, it outputs electricity, which shocks all the nearby zombies, either killing them on early rounds or just temporarily, you know, disabling them on the higher rounds. I put it pretty low because it doesn't actually kill the zombies unless you're on round 5 or lower, but it does save your ass in a lot of bad situations. I feel like people regard this as one of the better perks, and I really don't think so. Like, there are a lot of better perks than this, but it's not bad by any stretch of the imagination. Number 8, Vulture Aid Elixir from Buried, exclusively Buried, which kind of upsets me because it's a pretty good perk. Instead of doing one major thing, it does 3 miscellaneous things that kind of help you out in small ways. One thing it does is allows you to see everything throughout the map. So let's say you're looking for a perk, you can see that perk symbol through the walls. Also, when you have the perk, zombies oftentimes drop points or ammo on the ground, which is in very small numbers, but over time as they accumulate, it becomes a lot. Also, the zombies sometimes have a green mist around them, which when you kill them, you can go into and disguise yourself temporarily so that the zombies do not hit you. All of these things are very helpful, and the perk is only 3,000 points. So you're basically spending 1,000 points for each one of these abilities, which is like having 3 mini perks in one, and it's really cool. And it comes in at number 8. Coming in at number 7, which will be a surprise to a lot of you, is Quick Revive, which has 2 different uses, one on solo and one on co-op. The solo one being the good one. You go down, you get right back up. You have 3 uses, and it's really helpful, obviously, because it gives you another chance at life. But I have to be consistent here, because if I'm gonna shit on Tombstone and Who's Who for being redundant, I kinda have to shit on Quick Revive too, because instead of using this as a perk slot, why not have something else that'll prevent you from dying in the first place? But at least with Quick Revive, it's automatic and it's much cheaper. That's half of it. The other half is on co-op, where you spend triple the amount just to revive people faster, which is not a great perk. I know people are gonna disagree with me on this. People are gonna say that it's the most valuable because it literally gives you a second chance at life. Well, it has 2 uses. I have to be consistent, and it's still a great perk overall, but it comes in at number 7. Coming in at number 6, we have Stamin-up, which is my personal favorite perk because I don't like being slow in zombies. I like to get where I want to go quickly, and especially on maps like Origins where there's mud, you absolutely need this to make your game not only more convenient, but just faster. It's relatively cheap, only 2,000 points, and for the rest of the game, you get to be fucking Usain Bolt. Not to mention, when you're training, having this perk is an absolute blessing, because let's say you slip up and you're about to die, running past them very fast could be the difference of life and death. There's no catch with this perk. You just get to run fast, and that's it. It's awesome. At your number 5 spot, we have the most overrated perk ever, which is PhD Flopper, but it's still really good. It prevents all splash damage, so in Black Ops 1, since this perk was on like every map, the ray gun was godly. You could just spam the absolute fuck out of this thing, and you would never die. Remember the scavenger from Call of the Dead with this perk? Oh my god, you were literally indestructible. Any explosive weapon with this perk, like, sign me up, please. Also, you get the actual flopping ability, where you jump from a higher point to a lower point. You can dolphin dive and explode all of the nearby zombies around you. So it has multiple uses, it's cheap, and it makes any explosive weapon like a wonder weapon almost. So I think it's one of the best perks easily. Number 5 is where it should be. Coming in at number 4, we have Speed Cola, which is very simple. It's 3,000 points, and it allows you to reload your weapons faster, much faster. If you're surrounded by zombies, the last thing you want to have to do is reload an LMG without this perk, because you will die. It's especially helpful if you happen to be camping on, say, the catwalk under Reese, and there are zombies just constantly sprinting towards you. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's like you're on cocaine and you're just reloading your guns really quickly, and it obviously helps you survive, so it comes in at number 4. Coming in at number 3, we have Double Tap 2, which is not only the same price as Double Tap 1, not only has the rate of fire increase, but it also outputs twice the amount of damage. So for every bullet you shoot out, it's basically 2. Increasing your damage by twice the amount is huge. Like, it makes your gun literally twice as good, and there are not many perks that can top that. Even if this perk was 4,000 instead of 2,000, it would still be number 3. I actually think this perk might be a little bit overpowered, to be completely honest. The only reason why I don't have it at number 2 is because eventually you're gonna hit a point where it doesn't even matter how much damage it outputs. You're gonna have to rely on a wonder weapon or double pack-a-punch, but up until you reach that point, it is easily one of the best perks. Number 2, Widow's Wine, the Black Ops 3 perk. the only Black Ops 3 perk. What the fuck, Treyarch? It's alright though, I forgive you because it's the second best perk of all time. Let's say you're surrounded by a horde of zombies and you're just looking out and you're saying, oh fuck, this is my end. I'm gonna die, I have no more hope. But then you have Widow's Wine and one of those zombies hits you, bam! They're all frozen in their tracks. They're all caught up in the web and now you have nothing but time to get out of the situation. That is what Widow's Wine is all about. It saves your ass in any situation. You can also throw them like Semtex grenades and stun the zombies in their tracks. And it doesn't do anything else. It just saves you in the worst of situations. It's such a good perk. I really can't elaborate much more than that. And it comes in at number 2. Number 1. Do I even have to say it? Okay, I'll say it. It's Jug. It's Jug. I mean, what else would it be? It's Jug. It's clearly Jug. If you've ever played a game of zombies, you knew it was going to be number 1. It's easily the most valuable. For the 0.00001% of the people that don't know what Jug does, you go down in 4 hits instead of 2, which doesn't sound incredible on paper, but it is the best. I don't need to elaborate more. If you don't know what it is, you probably shouldn't even be watching this video, but I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe because you don't want to be missing these videos, dude. Also, go follow me on Twitter. You know that like 5% of you wants to follow me on Twitter just for me bringing it up, so allow that 5% of you to go to fucking do it. Also, again, give me some video ideas. I would love to see what you guys want to see from me, and also I announced the giveaway winner on Twitter, of course. Just go over there and, you know, check it out. Follow. But anyways, I love you guys as always, and have a great day.